Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first inaugural session of Innovate Imbibe. Thank you very much for joining this session. This is the inaugural session of Innovate Imbibe, basically to share knowledge about Middle Eastern countries and the business in the Middle East. This is powered by IJEX. IJEX is India Jewelry Exposition Center, which was opened last year. And basically, the idea is it's an incubator program. We support our exporters in finding out connects with the buyers in the Middle East, North Africa, and CIS countries. We have had a very successful first year with almost 27 exporters who have gone through IJEX. And we are looking forward for many more to come, how we can support, how we can connect together to increase exports. So let's start off with today's topic. The first topic that we decided that should be going across the country to understand how exports can be done. The topic for today is ushering in the Middle East logistics renaissance. And we have expert speaker today, Mr. Girish Matrani. Girish has been instrumental in transforming Transguard's into a leading logistics service provider for precious metals, valuable cargo, diamonds, jewelry. And as we mentioned, these series of imbibe is basically going to be getting in experts in their individual field and sharing knowledge and supporting all our exporters. So please join in to welcome Mr. Girish Matarani. Girish, good morning from Dubai. It's afternoon in India, but thank you very much for being our first inaugural guest speaker. I leave the webinar series to you today, and you can take through the entire session about how to export, what are the nitty-gritties, and how we can basically do exports seamlessly. Over to you, Girish. Thank you.
Good morning and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, I would like to thank GJEPC and in particular Ashish for inviting me today to be a guest speaker. And I hope whatever information I share with you today will add some value and some knowledge, which will be a takeaway from the session. So I will basically have a small presentation, and after the presentation, we will open the floor for any questions, and we'll take it forward from there. So let's start. Let's start with it now. As you may be knowing today, if you look at Dubai, Dubai is at the forefront of the world map. Now, everybody would want to have, live and stay in Dubai and have some sort of a relationship with Dubai. So technically, the question is why? One of the reasons is that because, Dubai has been very innovative. It has gone for a lot of digitization efforts and, of course, with the use of artificial intelligence. Dubai is also today considered to be one of the fastest, safest, and the most connected city in the world. Now, why is this so? This I will take you through my presentation, and we'll have a look at it. So let's proceed forward. So may I have the next slide, please? The next one. Okay. Safety and security is of importance to every individual, and that is why people consider to make Dubai as their second home. Now, recently there was a safety kind of survey done, and it was the results came out, and it was announced that Abu Dhabi has been ranked as the #1 safest city in the world, and Dubai has been ranked as #4. So this is one of the reasons why families prefer to consider Dubai as their second home. Now, Dubai's modern infrastructure, policies, strategic location, and time zone gives the advantage to people to connect to different parts of the world, either by sea, road, or rail. It's very well connected. Last year, if you see, Dubai International Airport serviced 86.9 million passengers, connecting to 260 destinations across 6 continents. 100 airlines are operating from Dubai International Airport with roughly about 14,000 flights per day, which averages to roughly about one flight every minute. So you can imagine, the connectivity of Dubai to the rest of the world. There are various airports in Dubai, one in Dubai, one in Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, and Fujairah, and all of them work 24/7. They are 24/7 operational. So Dubai is very well connected to every part of the world. Dubai is also hosting a lot of nationalities. So there are roughly about 200 different nationalities who stay in Dubai. Next slide, please. There are more than 3.8 million Indians who live in UAE. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of people enter and prefer Dubai as their home is because Dubai also gives a long-term residence benefits to people who wish to consider this as a second home. So with the introduction of the golden visa, which is probably, a 10-year visa, the family members, the sponsor along with their family members can stay here during the entire duration of the visa. Even if the sponsor for some reason, passes away, God forbid, the family members can still continue to stay until their visa is valid. So this is a very good kind of a facility that UAE is offering to foreign nationals. And on top of it, basically, the golden visa holders can also sponsor unlimited of domestic helpers. So this is an added advantage to the kind of leverage which Dubai is giving, for residents who consider this as their second home. The next slide. Okay, now let's look at some of the trade statistics, and probably this is an industry related. Now, Dubai has been considered as the city of gold, and this has been for more than a century. Why is that so? Because even before the independence, before UAE got independent in 1971, Dubai was always considered to be a trading hub for gold. Of course, a lot of things add to this kind of a role that Dubai has to play. One is basically a low taxation and the quality control which Dubai has over the gold that is available in the markets. So let's look at some of the trade statistics. Now, UAE is supposed to be one of the world's largest gold trading hubs, and as per the half-quarter results of 23, the contribution of gold exports alone to the UAE's non-foreign oil trade was roughly about 218 billion, which is roughly about 17.6%. It recorded a 38% growth in the demand of gold jewelry during 22, which stands at about 46.9 tons. So there is a lot of demand for gold jewelry in Dubai, primarily because a lot of tourists come from different countries. So there is a mix of people who come and buy gold. The purity is, of course, one of the best that you can get. So there is a value addition to that. And obviously, Dubai is also one of the distribution hubs to the MENA region. Now, UAE was also was officially announced the rough diamond capital of the world. And today it stands at the #1 trading hub for rough diamonds. The combined value of both rough and polished diamonds in last year stood at roughly about 38.3 billion. Lab-grown diamonds is also on the rise, and we see a growth of 10% year on year, and it reached about 1.6 billion in the year 23. Now, India is the tie-up that India has with Dubai has been for many, many years, and India is supposed to be the second largest trading partner, and the trade between UAE and India today stands at 85 billion. Next slide. Okay. India's trade with the UAE for gems and jewelry alone stands at roughly about 20.56 billion US, which is roughly about 24.23% of the total bilateral trade between the two countries. So we can see that how strong Dubai is in terms of, having a trade relationship with India, particularly in our industry, gems and jewelry industry. Now, the initiatives taken by the government of UAE and India, such as signing the CEPA agreement, has definitely played a crucial role in further development of trade and commerce, which we will see in due course. Next slide, please. Now let's talk about what business opportunities are available in UAE. UAE has multiple options for foreign investors. So we, technically speaking, it's 100% foreign ownership is available for more than 1,000 commercial and industrial activities. So people can choose depending on what kind of business they would want to enter and whether they qualify for 100% foreign ownership. The commercial activities in which full ownership is being granted include activities such as general trading, contracting, jewelry, gold, pearls, luxury watches, foods, and others. There are more than 46 free zones in the UAE, and the customers have the choice of either establishing a mainland company or a free zone company. Both have their own advantages. So depending upon the business module that one selects, they can choose from one of them. Now, currently, the applicable rate of duty for jewelry and lab-grown diamonds is 5% is the import customs duty, which is considered on the CIF value, which is cost, insurance, and freight, and another 5% as value-added tax on the sale value. Now, this customs duty and the VAT percentage is considered to be one of the lowest in the world. And that is one of the reasons why Dubai is on the competitive edge when it comes to trading into diamonds and jewelry. Now, under the CEPA agreement between UAE and India, the mainland customers can benefit from the duty advantage towards their imports into India. So if a shipment is considered to be CEPA compliant, there is no import duty. So there is a 5% waiver on import duty for jewelry, which is coming from India into Dubai, into UAE. Next slide, please. Okay, now let's talk about the logistics solutions that we have to offer. So I'm from TransGuard, and TransGuard is the security division of the Emirates Group. Now, Emirates Group is a government entity, and it basically has two different verticals. One is Emirates as a carrier, and then you have Donata, which is basically an airport handler, an airport operator. So under these divisions, then we have further verticals, and TransGuard is one of the verticals under Donata, which basically caters both to airport operations and to the logistics for diamond and jewelry traders. So that division, we call it as basically the freight forwarding division. Now, TransGuard is technically based in Dubai, and we offer solutions to all the diamond and jewelry traders, the precious metals traders, luxury products, financial institutions. So we do a lot of cash processing. We do a lot of cash management, cash movements, and treasury management for all the banks in the UAE. And then we also offer our services to embassies, consulates, and high-end pharmaceutical products and electronic products. Now, our services include activities such as import and export customs clearance, air freight forwarding, secured storage, transportation, insurance, managing international jewelry exhibitions, and managing the gold and silver management and distribution. So these are just some of the activities which TransGuard as a service provider offers to the gem and jewelry industry. Now, TransGuard is based in Dubai, but we have our global partners with whom we have agreements so that we can offer end-to-end, door-to-door logistics solutions. Next slide, please. So our international network of agents are displayed on the screen. You can see in India, we have 4 partners. We have Malka Amit, we have Sequel Logistics, we have GCA Logistics, and we have GlobeSync. So these are the 4 partners we have in India. And for the rest of the world, it's all there. You can also visit our website and you can get all the details from there. So if you have any questions, any queries, you can either speak to them or you can also approach us, and we will be more than happy to offer you end-to-end solutions. Next slide, please. Okay, now uh, uh, the as part of the program that we understand is that a lot of Indian customers would want to come and do business in Dubai, but they would first like to come here or with some trial shipments with their samples and see how the market is. So to facilitate that, we have something called as a TIB clearance, which is a temporary importation bond clearance. This is something similar to exhibition shipments. So TransGuard facilitates this for non-registered exhibitors. That means you may not be having a company in Dubai, but you wish to bring your sample lines into Dubai. So we can help you all the way from India to Dubai, getting customs cleared in Dubai, giving it to you, and then you can show it to your prospective clients, and then you can take it back. So this is a service that we give all throughout the year, 24/7. You can come as a hand carry, personal hand carry on the aircraft, and we can assist you there. Or you can also use one of our corresponding agents and you can send your shipments by cargo. So under both options, TransGuard can facilitate the customs clearance for you. Now, this facility at the moment is purely on a no-sale basis. That means you bring your sample lines to Dubai, we'll hand over the shipment to you, you can show it, you can keep it on display, show it to your prospective buyers, but you cannot sell anything. The entire shipment has to be re-exported out of Dubai. Now, when I say re-export, it is not necessary that the re-export has to go back to India from where it came, for example. The re-export can be done to any non-GCC country. Now, when I say non-GCC countries, there are six GCC countries. GCC stands for the Gulf Cooperation Council, and there are six countries who are forming this GCC state. And these countries are the UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. So let's say, for example, if we bring a shipment under temporary importation into Dubai and you show it to your prospective customers and you find a potential buyer. So you can actually export it to that buyer if he is outside of the non-GCC country. Now, to give you an example, let's say there are 100 shipments, 100 pieces that were imported from India to UAE. So we cleared this under duty suspension accounts and we hand it over to you. Now, you may be having a buyer from Hong Kong who wishes to buy one of the jewelry. So what you could do is you could enter into a sale with him, but we will not give the shipment to him here in Dubai. We will export the shipment directly from Dubai to Hong Kong. So rather than shipping it to India and then from India to Hong Kong, you can save that kind of a logistics segment and you can directly ship from here to Hong Kong because Hong Kong is a non-GCC country. So you have the freedom to do part exports to potential buyers outside of the GCC region. This facility is available currently. Now, the other option to bring a jewelry on consignment basis into Dubai is through the ATA Carnet. Now, ATA Carnet is a facility which is given by the Chamber of Commerce, and there are many countries who are signatories to it. So once you apply for a Carnet certificate, you can take your goods to any one of these countries who are considered to be ATA Carnet compliant. There are roughly about 70 odd countries who are signatories to this. So the shipment can travel to any of these 70 countries. However, sale is not allowed in Carnet as well. And if you need any Carnet services, then the point of contact should be the Chamber of Commerce in India. Next slide, please. Okay, now why we say that sale is not allowed into the GCC states is because GCC states is considered to be something similar to a European Union. So what happens if we are selling or we are sending any shipment to a GCC country, then the relevant duty and VAT will be applicable. So it will be considered as a local sale, and that is the reason we say that if you want to export it to any non-GCC country, it is fine. But if it is GCC country, then it has to go back to India. And then from India, you can do an export to your prospective buyer. This is purely under the temporary admission conditions. Okay, now, other than the sample lines that people usually bring into Dubai, there are basically four main jewelry shows which are happening in the UAE. So I've put the dates across on the screen. So the next one in line is the one in Sharjah, which is the Jewels of Emirates show in Sharjah, which is from 30th of May until the 2nd of June, which is followed by a second one in Sharjah, which is the Watch and Jewelry Middle East show. And thereafter, we have the Jewelry, Gem and Technology show, and the final one, which is the Jewelry and Watch show in Abu Dhabi. So if you would like to participate in any one of these shows, you are more than happy to let us know, and we will be helping you with the logistics solutions for that. But for the time being, any participants who come for these shows, we will only allow the display of items. There will be no sale allowed for the time being. So after the show ends, the entire shipment has to be returned back to a non-GCC country. Next slide, please. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about IJEX. Now, IJEX, as you must all be knowing, this is in last year, in May 23, GJEPC had set up its first international office, which is called IJEX, the India Jewelry Exposition Center, which is having its presence in the historic Gold Souk of Dubai. Now, this is a very unique and one of its kind facility, which was introduced by GJEPC, and it gives a very good opportunity to its members who can actually come from India into Dubai with their consignment, with their shipment, without paying duty or VAT at the time of arrival. And they can keep the goods in Dubai for a period ranging from 1 month to 6 months under the duty suspension agreements. So they come here, they explore the market here for a period of up to 6 months. And once they are comfortable, probably they can take a call whether they want to establish, a company out here and have a permanent presence out here, or they would want to again go back and come here maybe some other time. So this kind of a platform is provided by IJEX to its members. Now, IJEX, with this platform, IJEX will serve as an important gateway to the MENA region, which is a very key region for the gem and jewelry industry. GJEPC has nominated Transguard as its official logistics partner. And there is a strong room at IJEX facility in Dubai, which is also manned and managed by Transguard. So any shipments, any customers who are interested to participate in the IJEX are free to be in touch with us or our corresponding agents, and we can design a tailor-made package for you and giving you two-way services door to door with full insurance coverage. Next slide, please. Okay, again in IJEX, although the shipments will arrive on a no-sale basis, in case if you have prospective buyers outside of the GCC region, you can still enter into the sale, but the export has to go out of Dubai to that particular country. Under these special arrangements that Transguard has for IJEX, which is the temporary admission duty suspension arrangements, the goods can stay in UAE for a maximum period of 165 days from the date of entry. So you have enough time to basically showcase your jewelry, find prospective business deals, and then take a call. Having said that, we are also working very closely with the authorities in UAE to design a solution which will also cater to the local sales. So very soon we will be announcing some news through IJEX, wherein customers and foreign exhibitors who come here will also be allowed to sell their merchandise to any local company here in Dubai as well. So this is something that we are working on and we will be announcing in due course.
Girish, thank you very much for taking us through the entire presentation. Really appreciate. There are a lot of new things that have come in, which probably puts in a lot of light on how exports could be done in very easy way to make it very seamless. I'll take the last point first, as you rightly mentioned about IJEX. So IJEX will be very soon, considered as a designated zone for Indian exporters who don't have their offices here. Transcard is really trying it hard for us with the Federal Tax Authority, so that when the exporter comes into IJEX, he will get a temporary TRN number, and Transcard will manage the entire, flow of how the transactions are going to happen and how the business is going to happen. So, Girish, thank you very much for taking this forward also. As we speak, and just today's news, we are talking about that UAE's gold jewelry demand is the world's fifth largest. So you see the potential which is there from the Indian exporter side of it. We are looking at around 40 tons every year, uh, precisely, and it's growing over year. And IJEX has been an amazing incubator as well to support this along with Transcard. We have few questions, Girish. I'll just take up the questions here.
Yeah.
I see, yeah. I see Zoom user who has raised his hand. Any questions coming in from there? We are open for question answers, and this is an opportunity that you would get to clear all your doubts about how exports could be done, how it's the best way to, get it from India to the UAE. And three important points that you mentioned and that you put light on was the TIB sample lines, the re-export, that's part export that can be done, as well as consignments on Kane. So I see a Zoom user who has raised his hand, but I don't see any questions coming in. Can you type in your question if you don't mind, because the audios are disabled for, for the ease of, the presentation. So if you could just quickly type in your question in the chat, that will be great. So we understand we can answer those questions. Okay, so we have Priyanshu Gupta. So on consignment. So Girish, would you like to take this question? We want to present our samples and jewelry to the clients on consignment.
Yes, what we can do is when you enter Dubai, we can customs clear your shipment on the temporary importation basis. So it will be a duty suspension customs clearance, and we will hand over the shipment to you. And in case if you would want to hand over this particular shipment to your prospective buyer, or probably for him to display, you could do that. So you can hand over the shipment to him. We will help you with the logistics even between the IJEX venue and the prospective retail outlet or the wholesaler that you would wish to. But you just have to keep one thing in mind, that the retailer cannot sell any of those items. He can keep it on display. There's absolutely no problem. And you can keep it for display until a period of 165 days. After 165 days, we need to collect the shipment back and we have to re-export it out of UAE to any non-GCC country. So handing over a shipment to a retail outlet for him to display is also fine with us. We can do that. However, you will have to respect the guidelines given to you by IJEX, because as it is, you would be coming to IJEX for the exhibition. So within the guidelines of IJEX, if you feel that if IJEX permits you and there are certain protocols that you need to follow, you have to respect that. But yes, you can take your sample lines to the prospective retailer.
Yeah. So, Priyanshu, yes, you're asking this question that is it necessary to have an office in IJEX? To answer this, yes, because IJEX is an incubator program for GJPC members. And what is happening lately that SIRA, which is the internal security of Dubai, they're not allowing anyone to hand carry the goods within Golsu. So iChecks presents a great platform. It's an office away from office for you, where you can come and be here for 3 months and create a sort of a credibility, enhance your business, and invite your buyers to the office, as well as go and meet them on regular basis, which otherwise you don't have an opportunity. So the concept of iChecks is, yes, you need to have an office here, and the office is completely with all the amenities that you require to run a proper office, with Dubai police approvals, with SIRA approvals, everything. So to answer your question, yes, because that is really going to help you.
I would just like to add something more to what Ashish said. IJX is actually situated, it is located right in the center of the gold souk. So all the exhibitors will have, a very a good connectivity with all the local retailers as well as the wholesalers. So it is right in the center of the market.
So adding on to what Girish said again, there are 295 retail in ITRA, and there are 60 plus offices in ITRA. We see a very healthy and robust flow of GCC buyers and other international buyers coming as well. So today it's become a jewelry hub of Dubai, and it is just opposite the historical Gold Souk. I'll take the next one from Amish Mehta. He says, main difference between mainland company and free zone company. In respect to, I understand it's in respect to his imports, correct? And what are the duty implications?
Okay, now a, a free zone and a mainland, the difference between them is that some of the free zones are designated zones. So you will have certain tax benefits and certain duty benefits. Obviously, in a free zone, there are no duty implications because you are doing a transit inside the free zone. So unless and until something from free zone is sold to the mainland, it still remains under duty suspension. So that is one of the advantages of the free zone. The other advantage is that out of these plus 46 free zones that are available in UAE, there are some free zones which are also designated zones. When I say designated zones, they are also outside of the VAT implications. So in case if you would want to have a setup in the free zone, then it would be best that you hire a consultant, you engage with them and you tell them your business plans so that they will tell you which are the best options available for you, because different free zones have different options.
Yes. So when you're a part at iJEX as well, what are the services that we provide? So we provide you services of a consultant. When you're here, you can take support from the consultants. And in the first year, we have seen that of our exporters who are here have already set up their offices in Dubai. We support you with the bank. We talk to the bank. We are having a relationship with Bank of Baroda. We are having consultants who can come and support you with all your questions. And Transguard, of course, will be helping you out on getting the imports, talking about how it can be best way possible you can do business. And once very soon as iJEX is going to be designated as a special zone, then we'll have the best way forward to sell as well. Priyanshu again has this question. If we have our own office there, then also we can do the same thing. Priyanshu, I'm not understanding. Same thing meaning, what do you mean? That is the only thing, because there's no clarity on this question. So I'll wait for your additional information on this. Again, we have this question from Amish. Mr. Girish mentioned that the goods come on temporary import from India cannot be sold. They can be sent to any other non-GCC. Any option of re-importing to the potential client from the nearest non-GCC country for sale. So what I gathered from this, Girish, is that instead of, since we are not allowing it to enter GCC, it looks like he wants to know that it can be from any other non-GCC country, it can be imported to that GCC country for sale instead of UAE.
Yes, what happens if you have a potential customer, let's say in Bahrain, which is part of the GCC country, then what we would suggest is that you re-export the shipment back to India, so it leaves UAE and goes back to a non-GCC country, and from India you can ship it to Bahrain. So from Dubai you cannot ship directly to any GCC countries. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you, Girish. Um, Priyanshu has, can we export directly to the client on consignment basis just to present our products to get orders?
Well, yes, you could do that, but obviously the client, if you're sending it to him on a consignment basis, then he would need to engage with service providers like us so that we can do the clearance on a temporary importation basis. Otherwise, what will happen at the time of importation, the importer, that means your client, will have to pay the 5% duty and the 5% VAT, which is non-refundable. So either ways, even if you want to send your goods on a consignment basis to this particular potential customer of yours, the idea is that he should engage with someone for temporary importation duty suspension arrangements, and we can help them to do that.
Okay, thank you. So we have one more question from Renu Sharma. So she is asking about TIB, how it operates and what associated charges are there. Any insights or information would be appreciated.
Okay, TIB is something similar to an exhibition shipment. So what happens once the shipment lands here, Transguard as a service provider, we will actually place 5% bank guarantees with customs for the duty amount. And Transguard will also uh, place in 5% guarantee to the VAT authorities for the VAT applicable charges. Now, this 10% bank guarantee Transguard is giving to the authorities on behalf of the exhibitor so that customs will allow the importation of goods into UAE on a duty suspension arrangement. So we guarantee to the government that in case if something goes wrong, then at least the government will not lose its duty and the VAT amount because Transguard is guaranteeing that. So under these arrangements, we clear the shipment and we hand over the shipment to the exhibitors, and then the exhibitors can show it to their prospective clients. So this is the arrangement. Now, with regards to the charges, then there are different permutations and combinations. We need to understand what the shipment is, from where is it coming, where is it going. So I would suggest that whoever is interested can probably, I will share my email details with you so they can drop me an email and then we will take it forward from there.
Thank you, Girish. So we are just waiting if you have any more questions regarding this. Also, regarding IJEX, if you need any more information, you can call me directly, or you can reach out on my email, or to my colleague in Mumbai office. We'll be more than happy to assist you, support you. Right now, we have the recent batch that has started is from 1st of May. It'll go to May, June, July, and then we have August, September, October, and so on. So that's what we look forward to supporting you all in increasing your exports. Any other questions? If not, then we would, call this session. I'll just wait for a minute. Another, just a quick insights into the recent Akshay Tritiya sales that happened. So quite interestingly, most of the retailers did very good in spite of gold prices being very high. But a very interesting insight that came through that is a lot of them sold diamond jewelry as well because of gold prices being high. So a lot of things are happening, dynamics are changing, the trends are changing, customer behavior is changing, so on and so forth. We deep dive into understanding the product, supporting you all on the supports of different categories that you all can get in. Uh, that's all. So once again, we would like to, quickly check if you have any more questions. Otherwise, we would like to, close this first inaugural session. I would like to thank the team members, especially Vikrant and Ajay, who's been very supportive and making it possible uh, of how, this was basically supported with. So thank you very much for all your support. Thank you very much for being here. And we'll be more than happy to basically answer all your questions in future. And stay tuned for the next one. So the idea is to continue with webinars on a monthly basis, where we are looking at second Wednesday of every month, so that we come with you with a lot of industry experts in product categories as well. And if you have any suggestions, if you have any inputs on you would like to listen to one particular subject, we would be more than happy to come with that and give a lot of information on that as well. So once again, thank you very much, and really appreciate your support being here. Thank you and good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish. Are you still online?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashish, if you can just put my email address on the screen so that, in case if anybody has any questions about the TIBs or, the tariffs, then they can drop me an email. So would it be possible for you to do it, or
Yeah,
do you
so
want me
what
to
we
do it?
will do is the backend team already has been supporting on telecalling and all that. We will
Okay.
make sure that we share your details
Yep.
with the entire, our exporters. So if they
Okay.
have any questions related to their exports, or are they getting stuck anywhere, anything like that,
Yeah.
we'll definitely support on this as well.
Sure. More than happy to help.
One more question, sorry, before we, yeah. So Mahendran Kumar is asking for your contact details. So Girish, is it possible, can you give your official mobile number now so he can write it down? Is it possible to make it
Yeah.
faster and easier?
Yeah, sure. You want me to put it up on the chat so that
You can
everybody
just
can see
mention
it?
it, they can write it down for now.
Okay. Okay. So you can note my mobile number. It is 0097150624165. I'll repeat 0097150624165.
So I think we have got the details as well. And thank you very much. Once again, it's been a pleasure. And we'll see you soon next month. Thank you.
Thank you all.